It's now time for Remember When with Uncle John. John Guess, Ouachita County's resident storyteller and local historian. Sit back now and enjoy a walk down memory lane as John recalls the days of yesteryear in his own unique way. You never know, some of it might even be true. So here's Uncle John, along with his trusty sidekick, Kelly Blair.
Back on Remember When with Uncle John. Well, as if it's hump day, if it's Wednesday, that means it is Wassailing Wednesday around here on the Remember When with Uncle John show. What do you want to talk about today, Johnny?
Well, you know, and anybody that's tuning in that don't know it, this is our last week on here. We've got plans for something later on down the pike, but, we're going to take a month or two off and kind of gather our thoughts and everything. But, we've always done Wrestling Wednesday. A lot of young folks might think wrestling started, with Vince McMahon in 1992.
Hulk Hogan in WrestleMania in 1985.
Real wrestling was around long before that.
Long before.
And, I like to think that we've maybe, brought some joys to the people my age or older that love the old-time wrestling, that enjoyed watching it on TV from Shreveport or Dallas or wherever, or going to Memphis to Mid-South Coliseum and like we did, and go to Barton Coliseum to see it, and down at the Shreveport Municipal Auditorium or Hearst Coliseum there in Shreveport.
And even Riverwoods. At one point we saw them down at Riverwoods.
And of course now we've got Hay Barn Championship Wrestling out of Prescott, which is right here close. But we're aficionados of the old school wrestling.
The old territory days.
The old territory days before it was classified as entertainment, before Vince let the cat out of the bag for the sake of $1, I liked it a whole lot better in those days before, when you were walking out of the arena and you were talking to somebody that you'd never seen before in your life, and you were both asking each other, was that real, what I just saw?
Yeah. So I know some of it's fake, but man, when he was beating him upside the head and he was busted open and bleeding, it looked like he really didn't like that dude.
Andre the Giant's favorite quote was, "You can't fake gravity."
That's true.
And of course, now, since they've let a lot of the secrets out, the secrets of blading and getting juice, as they say, getting color, getting blood. A lot of those secrets have come out, But I'm going to tell you, when you pick somebody up and you throw them down on their back, I don't care if it's a foot, 2 foot, or 4 foot, or 6 foot.
Or if they get their feet down first, or
right,
how they land.
You can't fake gravity.
No.
And you have got to have a certain amount of talent to bring those folks in the door the next time. And we've tried to highlight a lot of the best old school wrestlers, and we've thrown in there some of the young ones, some of the ones that came along that have done, tremendous jobs working for, the WWE. But our love is the old school territory wrestling, where they got in the car when the match was over and drove to the next town. And as Johnny Valentine used to say, you may think wrestling is fake, but you're going to know I'm real.
There you go.
When you walk out of here, you're going to know I was real. And that's what the good ones did.
No question.
Of course, one of my all-time favorites was Bruiser Brody. And I saw Bruiser Brody at least 3 times, and maybe 4. Some of those years are kind of hazy, but I know 3 times in the Sportatorium at Katie's and Industrial Boulevard there in downtown Dallas. And let me tell you, every time I walked out the door, unlike the concert last Friday night or Saturday night, when I walked out the door, I was not exactly sober.
I understand.
But when I walked out the door, I knew that I had just seen some violence.
Yes.
Because he was going to make sure you got your money's worth. And there was blood, and there was stitches, and there was
mayhem, and
there was pandemonium, as Dick Murdoch would say, pandemonium and mayhem.
Pier 6 brawl.
That's right. A Donnybrook, as Boyd Pierce.
A slobber knocker.
That's right. As Boyd Pierce would say, a Donnybrook. And old JR says, we're going to have a slobber knocker tonight. But we have enjoyed bringing wrestling to y'all. And when we start our deal up, in the days to come, we're going to still bring wrestling to you. But it's going to be different then, because we can say what we want to say. We'll have interviews with real wrestlers. We'll be highlighting things. We'll be coming to you live probably from some wrestling shows.
Hey, there you go.
So, we got lots of stuff in store. If you love old school wrestling, stick with us. We'll be back in the next couple of months. You'll see it on Facebook. There'll be airplanes flying over, pulling banners. There'll be advertising in the Wall Street Journal.
Retired police cars with speakers on top announcing when the show's coming.
That's right. So just stay tuned, pay attention, get plenty of rest, say your prayers, eat your vitamins. We've enjoyed y'all. Thank you for putting up with us. We still got a couple of days left, but look for us in the future.
Absolutely. Hey, and this show would not be possible without Sherwin-Williams House Paint, the Shopper's Guide, and ProMed Ambulance Service. Thanks so much for being our sponsors through this wonderful little run that we've had with the Remember When with Uncle John show. I guess we'll see you tomorrow, John.
See you tomorrow, Kelly.
You've been listening to Remember When with Uncle John on Y95. This broadcast can be heard each weekday morning at 6:45 on South Arkansas's favorite station, Y95.